start out tonight by reading an oblique strategy card by Brian Eno and Peter Schmidt. Slow preparation, fast execution. Drip, drip, drip. My faucets broke. My facets choke my throat. The varied elements of my life conspire to evoke unseemly reactions. Drip, drip, drip. Who cares what life is? I sure don't. The plumber who nailed me to this floor was only doing his job. The unpopular approach is also necessary. Drip, drip, drip. His forlorn face said it all. He was fettered by his past. No redemption. Move on with previous misdeeds as a constant reminder to improve oneself and seek better tomorrows. Drip, drap, drep, drop, drup, and on occasion, dripe. That one was called The Four Elements, Part 2. Stale air breaks into a hard tack. Deep drafts moisten the pierced and narrow channels. Goods barge in and dock points in the lining. Food of the bygone epoch slips through and out, never to be grasped. I am not a precision tool, but that doesn't mean I play a blunt instrument. I'm somewhere in between, leaning more towards one or the other, depending on the planet's oscillating distance from the sun. All things in life are oscillation. What's so difficult to follow? Thank you. Those were some of my earlier works. I'd say those passages pretty much encapsulate the way I perceive the universe and try in vain to understand it. I'd like to use the rest of my time with you this evening to read some selections from a newer project that I recently wrapped up, and I feel that it requires a quick explanation. The premise, well, not really the premise, but the mode of creating this product was that I took a dream journal that I kept several years ago, and I read the entries aloud into the voice recognition system of a tablet computer, and it only faithfully transcribed my dictations about a third of the time, and along the way actually invented some words, as far as I can tell. So, anyways, as you can imagine, the resulting body of text from that was pretty, it was monotonous and large and often obscure. So I trimmed it down, edited down, really refined it down into a series of 22 poems, which I will read 3 of presently. Last night, by Tuesday, January 15, 2013, it's a good-sized room with windows facing the street, the real mist, the radar from the orange area. It's full of people eating the gap in my memory. I don't want you to be you. At this point, I think I need to hear of a class that I can't remember. Industry features. He has a coach-like personality. Synchronize the warm-up routine, resembling some kind of martial art. They are separated by gender in situ colinus. For boys that you called, at you for girls. They're conducting this side chamber. They are wearing powder-born valet. At this point in the dream call, consciously thinking that this is a detailed how-to. Record my dream journal. Does this non-exercise, the dream area, the gym area. I believe my casket declined. Scaffolding, or direct the world to another chamber. I have no knowledge. Where the chamber is, what purpose was, Springcrest, Atlanta, going to climb. Scaffolding. It's not that challenging, although I am lying. Behind yours weather. We should talk, however. Your classes are still struggling. The scaffolding, and record making, a classy dollar bracket. I want to say it's been pretty makeshift. Some way I don't horrible the platform. In her I am told Orsolini intuitively. Dollars importantly entered a spanking. Physical ability. Try as I may, I cannot will myself after the portal. In reality, what is reality? Ha ha, is the industry. The topography drops off. The alley in a distance Bonahill should. Warm Springs Avenue called Penitentiary Road in Boise, high in the center of. I cannot remember if you sent anything, but I do remember writing a poem and then heading down to go. I think, is the class land rush country? Leave the poll on yellow paper. I cannot remember anyone present on. The president becomes an army. A couple more. April 4th, 2013. I woke up a little bit before Sunday. Today I woke up a little bit earlier from a very, very interesting I just don't remember my dreams very well. It happened in my dream, and it was about this. Long establishing shot of Boise State, the campus. Zooms in, he sees it, bio-research building, raised to work in the field of stuff. It zooms across, zooming towards campus, east of campus, right direction. It swoops into this marriage, sucking down mister, mixing this approach and drinking Seckman down. It's current, pizza color, pink Didacoy, pink color, sucking the stuff, receiving, of course. And I was looking for a hot dog restaurant. This is a familiar pattern that you stop in my dreams a lot. That to happen is you're like looking for a hot dog everywhere, like finding places, like stands, hot dogs, and just always feeling, like not always just not getting one. Before beautiful, I replied with the article. So there's that. I think it's about a member at this point. So yeah, preached injury. One more, I'll keep it quick. March 16th, 2013. Pretty extensive dream early this morning or whenever. More details as part of the dream, remember. That I was driving on the street was so weird. I was remonstrate barrels, you pushed. I did. All the cars in Germanic computer keyboard, and I figured out that if you push P, a big poop falls. Pooping out of the car, Le Carré, pooping P. A lot of poop fellow occurs. Pull over in the street. Somewhere in some city, I guess, as has post to take a box of blue. This poop throw away, but I have been next. 3 bagfuls poop that keep going back to pick up more poop. And I, Leros, wearing my due, not I, was on October Doll Spring, the lighter gray North Bay ski coat and alteration. Color like yellow and green, orange and red, like plaid shirt Tersana cuffs, on my cup, of my sleeves, making sure I didn't be, in touch the poop. We'll skip the poop and living, in the trash can and cherry thinking. Was watching 24 with Megan, or at least talking about it. Conjugate David Lynch movie. The lighting is really dramatic. The walls, Calark, orange or red. I remember some more from my number 16 stream, and maybe like Thanksgiving or something. Like watching me hard because there's a lot of stuff, like water bottles of shampoo and stuff, and like a razor, like a bottle of body wash. It's like useful things that people needed, but I didn't. I do remember that.